Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Saturday, June 20th, 2020. Today, the Belmont Stakes, the annual horse race, was completed, and the big winner was the horse Tiz the Law. And that horse was ridden by the jockey Manuel Franco. And you'll notice his name in Gematria sums to 201. And as I've been saying over the course of, the last 3 months, I suspect that when sports resume, 201 will be a big number. And again, to remind people what 201 is, it is the number of the Jesuits, and it is the number that has defined the time of the coronavirus outbreak and even the George Floyd killing and the protest aftermath. But again, the story of the Jesuits is that they were banned by the Catholic Church by Pope Clement XIV on July 21st, 1773, and Catherine the Great of Russia had just come in control of 201 Jesuits, and she protected them from the Pope and allowed them to go forward with their mission. And again, Event 201 was the coronavirus outbreak simulation, October 18th, 2019. They began the same day as the military World Games in Wuhan, China. Long story short, this number 201 has been encoded everywhere. Even the name George Perry Floyd, the name of the man just killed by Minneapolis police, his name, 201. He was killed in the 612 area code, Minneapolis. Then on June 12th, you had a killing in Atlanta. And on the day leaving 201 days left in the year, they burned the Wendy's there. And there's a lot more to explain with both incidents, but 201 is the number. And this is why I've said over the last few months, I suspect we'll see it show up a lot in sports. And again, in Gematria terms, the Jesuit order is 201. Ignatius of Loyola, that's their founder, 201. The first Jesuit pope ever is Pope Francis, who was born Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201. And there's more to say about these other numbers, but just understand, 201, it's been everywhere with coronavirus and with George Floyd and a number of other people who have been killed at George Floyd protests that have made national headlines. And don't forget the killing of Adama Traore in Paris, France, the home of the Jesuits, on July 19th, 2016, the 201st day of 2016. From his killing to George Floyd's was exactly 201 weeks later, and those two men are being protested side by side right now in Paris, France, again, the home of the Jesuits. So anyway, I said 201 would be a big number in sports, one of the biggest horse races of the year, delayed because of the coronavirus, comes back, and right away, 201 jockey takes it. I'd keep an eye on old Manuel Franco and who he's got going in the next big horse race. And as for the name of the horse, Tiz the Law, Gematria of 119 and 47, just like Francis, just like Vatican. The Vatican established February 11th, like 211, the 47th prime. Special number that represents time, just like how they did the ritual with Secretariat winning the virtual Kentucky Derby 47 years after winning the Triple Crown on a 47-date numerology when it was the only horse in the race with 47 named Gematria. We just covered that a little more than a month back. But also from Pope Francis, the first Jesuit pope, from his birthday to today's race, his 187th day of his age. The other name for the Jesuit order is the Society of Jesus, also 187. Relevant number to the Bible. In the Torah, which is the basis for all three of the Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, the Torah is 187 chapters. In the Abrahamic, which equals 187, Abrahamic, just like Society of Jesus, the Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, are all based out of the 187 chapter Torah. So today's date also had 46 numerology. There's 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament. Catholic equals 46, like Belmont Park, where the race was today. So a perfect day for the ritual. And I'm sure there's a whole lot more to it, too. I will look at it more when I get time. Still finishing up a few things in my book. Still got to do the chapter on the sports. I'll look more into this, and no doubt I'll write more about it in the book that I'm getting closer to by the day, but got to make sure it's a real gem truth seeker. part of the downside of working so hard on the book is not paying attention to the world around you. And I didn't realize that the Belmont Stakes already crept back up on us. I did not realize that today was the day. I wish I had looked at this beforehand, but did get a nice text message and said, thanks, Zach. Went with the 201, and it was a winner. So got tipped off on a message on the Gematria hotline. And again, good to see people are putting the knowledge to work. People that are listening. Been talking about 201, how big it is, how big it should show up in sports. And here's an early sign, Manuel Franco. Remember, Belmont Stakes is the first of 3 major races in the horse racing season. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Till next time.